Hi everybody, this is Ludwig van Roth from Visio Guy, and I want to show off the new Smart Staff Visio shape I made today. I think it's outlined pretty good in the article if you got here through the main Visio Guy website, but I think it's a lot more impressive if you see it in action for itself. So we've got Visio 2010 here. Let's bring the ribbon back and expand the left window so we can see the shapes. The document stencil has the Smart Staff shape, and we can drop that on the page, and you can see it's pretty wide, so I'll just use my keyboard shortcuts to zoom out. And that's pretty simple shape. You've got the ledger lines for your musical staff, a treble clef, and no sharps or flats. So the nice thing about the shape is you don't have to individually drag sharps or flats onto the staff or switch the the clef other than by right clicking. So you can just quickly right click and change it between treble and bass clef without having to assemble any other shape. So that's built right in. Sorry for people who use tenor clef or alto clef, I didn't have time to build that in, but maybe one of these days contact me if you need some custom work done. So when you right click the shape, you might have also noticed that there's a key item right here, and you can see that we've got from 0 to 7 flats, that's what the little lowercase b is, and from 0 to 7 sharps. And I've also got the major and minor key names for each one of those. So if there's any music professionals out there that really understand this, please let me know if I've made any mistakes. I've did my best to copy from the circle of fifths from Wikipedia and make sure I got this right. But you can see as we right click on there, it's just a matter of 2 clicks to change keys. So let's pick something trombones like 3 flats. I'm a trombone player. 3 flats, that is the key of E flat major. That sounds about right. And that's all there is to it. Now the shape responds very nicely if you resize the height and the width. So if you change the width, nothing happens to the details on the left and the key signature. And if you change the height, then it shrinks down. So it's a very nicely behaved shape. The obvious use for this is to create your own ledger paper, blank ledger paper. Now I don't have any note shapes or anything like that for you. This is just a first step, but it's just it's a simple matter of control dragging to get a whole bunch of these on the page. So let's make this one a little wider. Say we started with one like this, and then we just hold down the control key and the shift key. The shift key keeps us from going off to the side, and the control key copies the shape for us. We let go and the shape is selected. Now if I just keep hitting F4, 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 I get a whole bunch of staffs on my page. So I could print this out and use this for music homework, or if I'm scribbling out a new little piece of music. It's just a matter of doing this one at a time. You don't have to go out and buy a whole book of music note paper if you're not doing it that often. Now you might ask, okay, how do I change all of the key signatures and clefs in one fell swoop? Now you can right click one at a time, but that doesn't work if you select 2 shapes and change it. Only one will change, so that's a problem right there. By the way, I held down the shift key to do multiple selections, so you hold down the shift key while you click. So what can you do? Well, you can drag select all the shapes, or what I always do is I just hit Control plus A, and that selects all the shapes, and you'll notice that the shape data window over here also has the clef and the key items available. So if that was not there, the easiest way to get it is just to select all the shapes, right click, go to data, shape data, and the window shows up again. So now you'll see that as I switch in the shape data, everything changes at the same time. So now they're all bass clef, now they're all treble clef, and I can change the key just like that. So again, I'm a trombone player. I like 3 or 4 flats. That's comfortable for me, and I like bass clef. So just like that, it's easy to print out a whole set of pre-configured staffs on one sheet of paper, and you only have to change 2 settings to make it all work. So it saves you a lot of time. You don't have to rewrite all this stuff. Now there's one other feature, and that's there's a built-in text block. If you right click on the shape, you can see that you can show the key label, or I missed it, or hide the key label. And there's also a little control handle here that allows you to move the text around. I'll just undo it and leave it there. And what this text by default displays is the key that you've picked here. And this is where the shape's really fun to watch. It's easy enough to drop this list down and pick an item, but if you leave it selected and start hitting the arrow keys, you can actually watch the flats and the sharps materialize on the staff. So watch closely over here as I hit the down arrow key on the key field here. So you can see there's all the flats, and then we get to 7 and it resets to 0. C major is repeated twice here, and now the sharps show up as I hit the down arrow key, and the text is changing to tell us that. So great learning tool if you can print out keys to show your students, something like that. It's all done for you. Just control drag copies of shapes onto a page, and click a few settings, and you're good to go. So thanks for watching, and you'll find a lot more interesting Visio related stuff over on my website, visioguy.com, www.visguy.com, and hope you enjoyed this video. Bye!